Right, let's get to business. It's time to talk about the bard. That's that character that sings, talks, has lots of skills. I'm just doing my sound check to make sure everything is working correctly. So yes, we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about the bard. All right, I'm just checking my sound. That's good. Okay, now look, you will let me know if the sound or the video in any way is not working correctly. Okay, so if you're in the live chat, let me know. I'm going to put the start time when I get past all of my rambling. I'm going to put that down in the description as always, so you can get to that pretty easily. Won't be very hard. Hi Brandon, how's it going? Hola Fred, hoping you have a great stream. Me too. I'm going to try and make this swift, and I'm going to try to make it to the point and the questions you might have. We're going to try and cover all the things you might ask. Tricky thing, this jack of all trades. Okay, now normally what I do is I present everything first. Once I've presented everything, I then open it up to questions near the end of the live stream for those of you who have questions, or maybe feedback, or maybe you disagree with me, or maybe you just want to say, hi, how's it going? So we'll get started, shall we? Hi, welcome to HowtoDandD. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons. And this is a class guide. As it happens, we're going to talk about the Bard for Dungeons and Dragons 5e. I have to say I've always struggled with the Bard. Jack of all trades has presented me with a lot of different problems for me to figure out. And I want you to turn to page 54 of the Player's Handbook. I'm going to read out that section first, then I'm going to explain some of the issues that I found people were asking about that I had picked up, and then I'm going to give you an example with miniatures and maps just so you can sort of see it in play rather than me just talk about it and present you with a few little images. Okay, so let's look at the basics in the book. Jack of all trades. Starting at 2nd level, you can add half your proficiency bonus rounded down. So you can add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus. So that means you can add it to any kind of skill check or ability check whatsoever, provided that your proficiency bonus hasn't already been included in that calculation when you make that dice roll. Now, this is where it starts getting really tricky, because there's a few questions to be asked with regard to Jack of all trades. Can I use Jack of all trades with a combination of other class features that might be sort of something I want to use in the game? Well, Jack of all trades can apply to the initiative roll. So if you have want to roll initiative, you can apply your Jack of all trades to an initiative roll because it's a dexterity ability check. It's an ability check. So yes, you can use Jack of all trades with initiative rolls for combat. Jack of all trades can be used with counterspell. So when you require an ability check to determine success or failure, now in some cases counterspell works automatically, but if you are casting counterspell at a level that is too low to stop the spell automatically, then you have to actually make an ability check. And yes, you can use Jack of all trades when you do that. The reliable talent and Jack of all trades do not stack because they're working on the same ability or skill check. So reliable talent and Jack of all trades do not stack on the same ability or skill check. Okay, whether it's abilities checks or skill checks, doesn't matter, doesn't stack. Okay, so that's covered, I think, most of the things that I was looking at sage advice with regard to Jack of all trades. Now, the things that were a little bit more hairy and a little bit more confusing, these are the ones that I'm going to cover now. So what about something like remarkable athlete and Jack of all trades? They can't be applied to the same ability check. Okay, if you're using remarkable athlete and your Jack of all trades, they don't stack together. So you can't apply them to the same ability check at the same time. Jack of all trades does not apply to attack rolls or saving throws. It has to be an ability check. An ability check is different, so skill and ability checks are not the same as an attack roll or a saving throw. It's a very different mechanic. Now I want to pull up the chart and sort of explain roughly what it looks like in terms of playing the game. So this is going to be available to you at second level Bard. So that means if you look at your proficiency modifier on the chart, your proficiency modifier from level 2 right through to level 8, it ranges from a +2 to a +3. Now because halving +2 just becomes 1, that's what you would add. So anytime you see your proficiency modifier and it's a 2, okay, it's a 1 that you add for your jack of all trades to your ability check or your skill check, provided there's no proficiency bonus already lumped into that. Now if you get a +3, you have to round down because half of 3 is 1.5, so it's going to be 1. So essentially that means from level 2 right through to level 8, you get to add a +1 for your jack of all trades. When you're level 9 right through to level 16, you're going to get to add a +2. And when you go from level 17 through to level 20, you're adding a +3 because half of a proficiency bonus of 6 is going to be 3. So those are the basics. Nothing to be confused or worried about. Very easy to apply in any game. Now it's time to give you an example, a little scenario that we can apply so that you can see it in action. And I have decided to select, I'm chucking stuff around. If you were wondering what I'm doing, I'm chucking stuff around. I thought what I would do is I would use the King's Road. I use the King's Road many times for various sort of examples. So I've presented you with the King's Road. Our Bard is over here. Now this Bard is supposed to be a half elf. Bear with me, I know the miniature doesn't look like a half elf. I've got my 20-sided dice to roll, and I've got here a little scenario. We've got a tiger who is making their way along the King's Road, and the Bard, for whatever reason, has managed to actually spot the tiger coming and has decided to make a stealth check. Now the reason I've picked stealth is because this particular character, being a level 2 Bard, half elf, they're already proficient with Arcana, Acrobatics, Deception, Insight, Perception, Performance, and Persuasion. And I've taken this pre-generated character sheet from the Dungeons & Dragons official website, where you can download characters from about level 1 right through to level 10. So I've taken those as an example. In this case, what I've done is I've looked at that particular character sheet, and the character has a dexterity modifier of +3. So that's a dexterity of 16. That's the score, but the modifier is a 3. So I take 3. That would normally be what my modifier would be for my stealth check with this particular Bard. But in this case, to stay hidden, I get to add a little bit more because I'm going to use my jack of all trades because I'm not proficient with stealth. Level 2, that means I take half of that, that's 1. That means I get to add 4. It's not a lot, but you're dealing with a game system which has got bound accuracy in terms of things like attack rolls, but a lot of it transfers over to ability checks, skill checks, and saving throws, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that number, I'm going to roll a 20-sided dice. I'm trying to hide from that tiger, okay? The Bard alone will just get eaten. So I rolled an 11. So I take that 11, and I add my 4, and I'm going to get 15. So that's my score. And I compare my 15 to the passive perception of my tiger. And I think you'll find that the tiger's not quite that perceptive. So it makes its way, doesn't pick up the scent from our Bard, and our Bard gets to live another day. And of course, when the tiger's gone and her mates show up, then the option to go and chase after the tiger and kill it is certainly there. But that's essentially how the Jack of all trades works. Now, there was one other thing that I know people were probably going to ask me that I haven't actually answered. And the reason I haven't answered this particular question, but I will talk about it, is because I don't actually know the answer to it. So this is what it is. What happens with tool proficiencies? What about a tool proficiency? Well, a tool proficiency is still a ability check. It's not so much a skill check. That's different. A tool proficiency is an ability check, and often you might have get an opportunity to use proficiency with a tool if you're proficient with a specific tool. So what about something like thieves tools? Because to be able to use thieves tools to actually pick a lock or break into something, so using those thieves tools to pick the lock, you have to be proficient. You have to be proficient. What if I'm not proficient with thieves tools? I've got a bard, not proficient with thieves tools. Can I use my jack of all trades and apply half my proficiency to the dice roll? Yes, you can, because it's an ability check. But does that mean I can actually use it to actually pick a lock? Because I don't actually get the full proficiency bonus. I am partially skilled in that area, not completely skilled, which is why I only get to add half my proficiency bonus. I don't know whether that's going to be a problem for you, because I don't know if you can do that or not. It's not so much an issue with other tool proficiencies, but with something like thieves tools, where you absolutely must have proficiency to use them to pick a lock, that might sort of crop up and cause you a bit of a headache. So my suggestion to you, Dungeon Masters and players, is have a discussion and decide what you think will work. I think my personal opinion and how I would approach it is that I would allow Jack of all trades to be applied to allow the use of thieves tools if they are not actually proficient with thieves tools to pick a lock, if the proficiency modifier they're getting from Jack of all trades is a +2 rather than a +1. Which means they're going to have to wait a few levels before they get sort of the full training. They have all those skills rather than just a partial skill. That's how I would do it. Now, I want to make it quite clear that is not written in the Player's Handbook or the Dungeon Master's Guide or any other book that's how it's supposed to be done. There's nothing on the internet, so you have to make that call yourself. Okay, I have covered everything I wanted to on Jack of all trades, and hopefully it has been useful to you. If it hasn't, I do apologize. I did try really, really hard. But if you like this video, please share and like the video with other people. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of this sort of thing, because you certainly will. Also hit the bell button to be notified when I go live and when I publish new videos. If you want to support my channel, you did by watching this video. I have hundreds more, plenty of videos on the Bard as it happens, so if you wanted to look for that, there's a playlist for it, and there will be future videos on the Bard. I don't do Patreon for 2019, not going to happen, but I do have affiliate links to the book depository and Amazon, where you can buy stuff online, and I get a small commission, and that helps me to continue doing these sorts of videos. Now, this is your opportunity to ask questions, give feedback, or just say hi, or just disagree with me. Maybe I made a mistake, who knows? So use the live chat box now, type in there. If you're not part of the live chat, that is what the comments section on YouTube's all about. Type in your comments there, I will get to you as soon as I can, and hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. Okay, I'm not gone. So for those of you who thought I might have run away, no. No, I think I did my research sufficiently to cover all the bases, but let's go through the live chat and just have a discussion about Jack of all trades, because it's a tricky little snot. It's such an impressive class feature. I have to say, I thought it was impressive. But it also brings up a few problems, because there's so many different things that Jack of all trades can interact with, which is why I had to do quite a bit of research. All right, so Joe, how's it going? 1 a.m. here. Hello, everyone. Oh, Joe, go to bed. You can watch this later on. You do not need to be here. Leon Gennett, how's it going? Hi, man. It's been a while. Is it 2 weeks? 2 weeks since you jumped into one of my live streams. How you going, mate? Darren. 2406 here, Joe. Oh my gosh, you guys need to go get some sleep. Go get some sleep. You don't have to be here. Hi, Darren. Aaron, what? Made it. Yes, Aaron, you made it. Well done. Sounds good, Fred. Okay, so we've covered all our bases. Nobody seems to have any questions. I'm really happy for that. That's good news. I'm going to sign off then if there's nothing else to be said. You guys have a... Oh, hang on. Dolphus, yeah, jumped in there quick, didn't you? I work nights, so no sleep for you. Oh, that sucks. Do you get to sleep at any time, or do you just sort of have to just drink lots of coffee? Oh dear. I'm not giving you a hard time, Dolphus, by the way. Aaron, feels like it's been a while for me. I've been under the weather. 1 a.m. here too. Oh my gosh. Aaron, if you've been under the weather, go to bed. Look after yourself. You can catch up with me some other time. Oh, Gluefist. Oh, that's quite cool, that name. Gluefist. It's given me an image of somebody who has glue on their fists, and when they hit somebody, their fist sticks to them, and then you don't have to worry about making a grapple check. You've already got automatic glue fist. Are you saying a bard with jack of all trades can pick locks? No, I'm saying that I don't know the answer to that. I'm saying that I don't know the answer to that particular question. You will have to discuss it with your dungeon master and see what they have to say about it, okay? Because there was nothing in Sage Advice, there was nothing on the internet that indicated that Jack of all trades was necessarily going to be able to be used. Because as most of us know, who have been playing Dungeons & Dragons 5e for a while, picking locks can't be done by anybody. You can't just pick up yourself some lock picking tools, thieves tools, and just go and pick a lock. It doesn't work that way. I'll see you, Darren. Dolphus, it's 6 a.m. Oh my gosh. Leon Gunnut. Pardon me, I've got a bit of chicken stuck in my teeth, and that's why. Okay. Leon Gunnut. It is 3 a.m. in Argentina. Oh my, can't sleep. Oh no. I had a player trying to use Jack of all trades with weapon attacks. No, it doesn't work with weapon attacks, and I'm sure you already knew that, so I thought I would at least discuss it. Point them in the direction of my video once it gets published, Leon Gunnut, and hopefully that will settle the issue. Darren, oh, good question now. Get better, Aaron. Yes, get better, Aaron. At work, can't sleep. Oh well, later on. Look after yourself, mate. Gluefist. Thanks. Came through halfway through the topic. Not a problem, Gluefist. Not a problem. This is why we have this opportunity to ask questions near the end, just in case I haven't covered anything that I needed to. And there's probably other things. If you rewatch it, you'll probably pick up the other stuff. Or you can just wait until the edited version comes through and watch that if you wanted to. But anyway, I'm going to head off. So have a good... Oh, what's this? What's this, Aaron? Joati should be used with... Oh, Jack of all trades should be used with only the stats that are marked on the character sheet. Yeah, that's essentially how it's supposed to work. You're not using Jack of all trades in conjunction with an ability check that already has proficiency added to it, or a skill that already has proficiency added to it. Leon Gunnut, I know it doesn't work. Just mentioned because it was funny. You know, fair enough. He was trying to use it with a weapon he had no proficiency with. Okay, all right. So yeah, he's taken the idea a little bit too far. So look, everybody, have a good night, a good morning, good afternoon. Look after yourself. If you are unwell, go and get some sleep. Drink lots of fluids. Look after yourself and look after your family. And I will catch up with everybody some other day.